All right, so today I want to talk about high heels, but not just these high heels or these high heels. I also want to talk about these and 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 these. We all kind of intuitively know that high heels are bad for our posture, and the effects flow up the entire kinetic chain. But what most people miss is that nearly everyone is wearing some form of a heeled shoe for most part of every day. Heel strike and reach. When you do a calf raise, the part where the calf shortens is as you lift the heel away from the ground. When you live in a heeled shoe, you're effectively doing the same thing but in a relaxed position. Wear a heeled shoe for long enough and that calf and Achilles will chronically shorten up and become tighter, reducing your range of motion at the ankle joint. The good news is it's pretty easy to counteract. Just smash the foam roller every day through your calves, maybe even on a trigger point ball as well, and then work on your knee to wall dorsiflexion stretch. Keep that guy above 10 centimeters and you should be all right. The body has a natural resting posture with the ear on the shoulder, on top of the hip bone, on top of the ankle bones. When we raise the heel, in order to stop us from falling forwards, our pelvis and lower back adjust to keep everything upright. This is called an anterior pelvic tilt. As that pelvis rotates forward and slopes this way, the lumbar spine has to extend back into lordosis to keep the ear and the shoulder on top of the hip and the ankle. Now, the effect of an anterior pelvic tilt, it deserves its whole episode, but let's just put it this way, there's a few. Now, in a small heel raise, these effects are subtle, but that doesn't really matter. If you add up all the hours you spend in a shoe or in a sneaker over the course of a day, those effects can really accumulate. You let those accumulate for long enough, and they can start a domino effect of postural change that can really affect your biomechanics, your performance, and your postural health. So all running shoes or training shoes have what's called a heel to toe drop. Most structured running shoes live somewhere around the 10 to 12 millimeter mark. That means there's 12 millimeters of differential between the heel height and the toe height. But it varies. For example, you know Nike's, you know that number there? That's not referring to the version, that's referring to the gradient. So a 3.0 is a lot closer to a minimalist shoe than a 5.0. So for example, the system works that a 0 would be a completely flat, zero drop barefoot shoe, while a 10 would be a full structured, bulky sneaker. So the 3 is actually the lowest they go, or the closest to a minimalist shoe. This, for example, has about a 4 millimeter drop, while the 5.0 has about a 7 to a 9, depending on the version, millimeter drop from heel to toe. Below, I will link a website which has a range of the Nikes and their heel to toe difference. Now, the best way to overcome these problems or correct for them is to spend some time in a minimalist shoe or barefoot with a zero drop flat situation. If you can't do that, spending time in something with a lesser degree of a heel to toe drop than a traditional shoe is a pretty good start. But a word of warning, it takes time for the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments and the bones to adapt to a change, even if that change is for the best. So start gradually, start very, very slowly and build your way up into barefoot stuff. It's not for everyone, but it is worth the investment if you're prepared to take the time and be patient with the change. Next week, I'll do a full rundown, a full breakdown of how you can smoothly make that transition from structured running shoe into more of a minimalist style shoe. Other way. It takes time and you need to be patient, but next week, I'm going to help you start that process.